Today we're going to talk about a construction in Latin called the supine. Now your book puts it a little bit earlier than most Latin teachers like to teach it. It's a not very frequent construction. You guys are going to, I want you to be able to recognize it, but you don't have to worry about being able to form it. You can follow along in your book, your purple book, on page 5. So the supine is similar to a participle. Specifically the perfect passive participle. So we have verbs like amo, amare, amawi, and then we end in the fourth principal part with the perfect passive participle, amatus. Well, the supine occurs in that fourth principal part position on other verbs. So we have audio, audire, audui, auditum. So auditum is that fourth principal part. The supine has two uses in Latin. All right, so there's only two cases that you will see this supine, besides as a fourth principal part. You will see it as an accusative, ending in um. And this is used to show purpose in a clause. All right, so the supine with the accusative is used to express purpose. And it's specifically used with verbs of motion. Most often it's used with verbs of motion. So, in your book, we have ad basilicam orationes habitum vel ad curiam orationes aditum contendo. So, I hurry, verb of motion, to the basilica for the purpose of giving or having, habitum, having speeches, orationes, or I hurry to the Senate House for the purpose of hearing speeches, orationes auditum. Alright, so there's these two verb forms that have weird noun endings on it. And these are the accusative uses of the supine. So they're used to express motion. Here's another one, an example from another book. So, they send, verb of motion, orders, in this case ambassadors, to Roma, for the purpose of seeking peace. Petitum pacem. Alright, so we got our verb of motion, we got this is from petto petere, to seek. We have a supine in the accusative here, expressing purpose, alright? So when you come across these weird forms, that's what's going on. And they most often occur, almost always, occur with a verb of motion. Alright? The other, so pause this video, take whatever notes you need to. The other use of the supine is with the ablative. Alright? And that is a U ending, all right? So it's a U, it looks like a fourth declension ablative. And these types of supines tell us with the respect with which something is true. So how something is true, in what way something is true. All right. So for in your examples, Caledonii sunt terribiles visu auditu quae. So the Caledonians are frightening in respect to their sight, in respect to their hearing. All right. That's how the literal translation goes. Your book, you can translate it similar to a purpose. The Caledonians are terrible to see and to hear. We have another example. High grace. Esfacules. Party 2. So this thing is easy with respect to learning. So this thing is easy to learn. The ablative supine only has a few, you only see it with a few words. We have auditu, we have cognitu, dictu, factu, and visu. These 5 are the most common. I mean, yes, you can see other ones, but you won't always see them, all right? So we have 2 uses of the supine, an ablative and an accusative. The accusative is used to express purpose. The ablative is used to express the way in which something is true, all right? So in class, we're going to do some practice with these. That is all for now. Thanks, guys.